What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer video. Today, Arsenal being linked with a big player, one that would probably be produce a lot of excitement if it happened. That is Barcelona's Philippe Coutinho being linked with Arsenal. His agent joorabchian, who has been at the Arsenal games a few times this season, he's done a little interview. And joorabchian has come out and said that, you know, the reason he's been at the Arsenal games is because he's a big Arsenal fan and not necessarily to do with transfer business. Now, we've been linked with a couple of his clients, Willian being one of them, although it looks more likely he will probably go to Tottenham. But we're being linked with Philippe Coutinho. Now, Coutinho apparently is very keen on coming back to the Premier League. He's had a disastrous move to Barcelona. He went there for £120 million. He was part of the Neymar merry-go-round, and it just didn't work for him. He fell out with the Barcelona fans very quickly, you know, when they saw he wasn't the same type of player as Coutinho. They loaned him out this season to Bayern Munich, and again, he hasn't been able to hold down a regular place in the Bayern Munich team. They've often gone with Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman out wide. And I think Coutinho finds himself in a bit of a in-between situation because he's kind of like a number 10, but number 10s are sort of going out of the game at the moment. And when you play him out wide, he's not the quickest, so, you know, it's difficult for him. Me, personally, I would definitely bring Coutinho to Arsenal if this was possible. Now, it's believed Barcelona may be willing to loan him out next season if the club are willing to pay all of his wages plus quite a hefty loan fee. Otherwise, they would be looking apparently for around £80 million if it was a permanent deal. Now, with joorabchian being very close to Arsenal, him and Raul Sanllehi seem to have close links, of course. We didn't previously do business with joorabchian under Wenger and Gazidis, but David Luiz, of course, is joorabchian's client as well, so Arsenal are obviously doing business with him. So could we get Coutinho? I'm thinking possibly on loan with an option to buy at the end of the season would be possible. Coutinho, of course, was linked with moves to the Premier League this season, and it seems Liverpool are not interested in bringing him back. I don't think Klopp has forgiven him for the way he left the club. And, you know, Arsenal would possibly have a chance. Bayern Munich have already said they don't want to sign him at the end of the season, and Barcelona are keen to offload him. Could Arsenal do a deal for Philippe Coutinho? Number one, would you sign him? Number two, how much would you pay for him if it was a permanent deal? And number three, where would you play him in the Arsenal team? I think he'd be great behind the striker, to be honest, as a replacement for Ozil. I definitely think he's a better player than him. And I don't think this is an impossible deal. Some of you may watch this video and think, Coutinho to Arsenal, never going to happen. But I think this one would have potential. I think Coutinho would go to Arsenal. I think he'd be keen on coming back to the Premier League, living in London. joorabchian, of course, has close links with Arsenal. And I think he would be interested in this move. Let me know what you think. Do you think this deal could happen, or is it just a transfer rumour that is never going to happen? I think it's possible. I would pay £70 or £80 million if we could structure the deal in the right way. But on loan with an option to buy would be brilliant. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the brilliant Easter weekend. Great weather out there. Stay safe, stay at home, and I'll be back later in the week. Bless.